Okay, so hello, my name's Precious. Let me see if I can clear this. Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, so my name's Precious Angel. Just kidding. My name's Precious, and today is something that I kind of want to talk about when it comes to spirit animals and spirit guides or spiritual signs, more so about spirit animals, spirit signs and signs. So in my opinion, I think that it's like, this is just my interpretation, but I strongly believe it's true because you can almost see the energy of how it has manifested, because that alone is a manifestation, and manifestations are considered beliefs, and beliefs are considered, you know, the thing that pretty much runs the world and the way you think and however you want to live your life in this life. So going on to the rest, I would definitely say spirit signs and stuff are more so about what has been believed to manifest. So it's probably going to be hard for you to manifest anything that has to do with what am I trying to say? It's hard to, you know, say, send me a sign. You know, think about how deep it has been for people to ask for sending signs, and then having it add to a collective belief as a sign and sending that energy towards pretty much that vibration, which would be considered a word. You can consider it the thought, the way that it's formed. That all together would form its perfect vibration. And all of the times that people may say, send me a sign, spirit animals, think about how big that collective would be if it were condensed. So anywho, it's just a way of saying, send me a sign is a really strong belief. The only thing is, nobody says what sign you should send. And they've luckily sent spirit guides, and people can look up and say, okay, I want to see what this is, and I already believe that it is what it is. So when I look it up and read it, it will of course make sense to me. And that alone would make a manifestation in itself, because it's, of course, it makes sense to me. But there's so many more signs that you could probably use that can get you realigned, and then to remind you who you are. But anyway, you're going to know the spiritual animal, and then you're going to remember it. And now every single time you are aligned, because that is usually when it's happening. You become aligned when you see that spiritual animal, because you become aware. You become aware of the things that have made everything possible. You know, you are aware of yourself at that point in time, in alignment, to understand that, you know, this is something big. This is bigger than me. This is incredible. This is a miracle. You know, you see that thing, and most likely you're thinking, that is a miracle. Thus, now, when you are not experiencing miracles, you have officially attached some sort of stimuli to some other stimuli, and you have connected it into a way of, every time I have this feeling of seeing my spirit animal, I will either remember that I'm not aligned and it'll be like that, or I'll remember that I am aligned and it'll be like that. And either way, it's going to help bring you back into alignment. And because you're going to see more and more of it, that means you're controlling and getting the rev, the momentum to make it to where it's almost all the time. And you reach a level, and once you reach that level, you know, then a new spirit comes in that's just as high or bigger or more expansive. The point is, it's kind of like you are conditioning yourself spiritually for alignment. So signs, spirit animals, numerology, whatever, those are signs of sending you into a stage of perfect alignment. because it brings you up to such a belief of miracles that you simply, you know, have no choice but to believe in that. And because that is the case, you can probably use its energy and pay attention to its energy sparingly, but you have to be aware of yourself now at these states. You know, you have to pay attention to who you are to see such a high momentum of signs happen at once. You have to. You know, that's like, it's almost like saying you were walking down the street and you saw Jesus, and that was the first day you saw Jesus, and he gave you a quarter and said, make this quarter worth it. And then you remember that moment forever, and now every time you see a quarter you think of Jesus, and Jesus is a pretty high guy. So like, definitely be like, okay, now I will see a quarter and I'll be in alignment. Like, it is the perfect training wheel in terms of life to just make things happen. And the best part is, it doesn't have to be a freaking spirit animal. It can be anything you want it to be. Take that energy out and make something more for yourself. For example, with me, a sign would be considered, if I had a personal alignment sample, it would be every time it's time for me to get a new oracle deck, I want to see the number 2 and 3 and 4 in the same day. I don't care how simple it seems, but if I see 2, 3, and 4 in the same day and I'm more aware and stay in that mind state, I'm going to see 2, 3, and 4 every day, every time, and I'm going to see that I need to get a new oracle card deck. I don't care how many oracle card decks I have to get. I don't care if it's in the entire store. I will get all the oracle decks because that is the energy that I put into that number. You know, that is my sign. Now, if I want to use it for something more like, I'm about to get money, you know, I'm about to get money. And if I see, my new sign for money would be every time I see a baby cry, that means I'm gonna make some money. You know, you did the same thing with the spirit animal. You can use the same energy on a baby crying if you believe it. If you don't believe it, that's a whole nother video. But if you believe it, you will literally believe that a baby will cry every single time, and you will get money. Alright? That's the way it goes. That's how I would say it. You can apply that with numerology. You can apply that with food. You can apply that with children. You can apply that with space. You know, just find your own way of what would make you believe in something the most. What would make you believe? And then use its energy, the same energy that it's been having, and make it real. I mean, that's pretty much it. So that's my video. Okay, that's all.